Thank you for joining Veterans Info Tap. Today I'm going to be talking to you about services for homeless and at risk of becoming homeless veterans. So there's an important distinction there. Homeless already and at risk of becoming homeless. If that's something that you're interested in, either for yourself or for somebody you know, which that should always be the case, is having this information in your back pocket, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share this information, because the more that stuff happens, the more we're going to get the information out there to those of us that may need it one day. So with that, what I'm going to be talking to you about today is SSVF, Supportive Services Veterans Families. And what that is that is a VA program that actually is grant funding that goes off to nonprofits. It's nationwide, it's everywhere. And that information can be found in the links below in the description. I'll go ahead and put that in there, and you can actually search and data dump into an Excel sheet that will then allow you to look for your specific state and the individual counties and the nonprofits that will service those specific counties with this specific grant funding, which again is SSVF, Supportive Services Veterans Families. So what happens is again, there's two different buckets. Primarily, it's for homeless veterans, and for homeless veterans that are in need of funding for that first month's, say, deposits, those types of things, application screening fees, that type of stuff. That's where this funding will come into play through the nonprofit. Now, on the other hand, you have your veteran who may be at risk of becoming homeless. So that could be somebody who has received a 3-day notice to vacate because they haven't paid their rent for whatever reasons. This is something that could come into play. You could go to one of these nonprofit providers of SSVF grant funding, and what they will do is they will determine eligibility, so on and so forth, and then they will pay your rent and get you caught up. That's very, very important, because if you're trying to tie ends together and make things happen, let's say you lost a job, but now you found a new job and you're trying to, pay the car payments and these different things and put food on the table and all that stuff, this funding can really help bridge that gap for you, which is super important. Another thing that people don't think about when it comes to being at risk of becoming homeless is your utilities. Your gas, electricity, that type of stuff, water. If you get a shut-off notice, that is something that could put you in that bucket of becoming at risk of becoming homeless, because the way that this grant funding is written is that the home would then be not habitable if you don't have electricity, gas, water. So if you get a shut-off notice, make sure you take that information with you to the provider, and they can make sure that they can get that paid ideally. And in a lot of cases, if they don't have the funding for it, they may know another avenue that could help out with that type of stuff. So there's a lot of resources out there, and unfortunately we don't find out about them until it's too late typically. So just really want to make sure we get this information out there to those that may need it. So again, thanks for watching. I know it was a short video, but please like, subscribe, share. I'll continue pushing out content, and I really appreciate you guys. Remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.